everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another movie review, and today I'm reviewing 2004's remake, Walking Tall, everybody, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's right, everybody. This movie is a remake of the 1973 Walking Tall, and this was a very, very early movie that The Rock did. This was like when he first was in like this, the second Mummy, and then the Scorpion King, and then I think he made this movie after those. Early in his acting career, very, very early in his acting career. I'm pretty sure he was still wrestling, like, full-time at this point. So yes, early movie for The Rock. So, this movie also stars Johnny Knoxville as his buddy Ray. The Rock's character is Chris Vaughn, everybody. And then we have Neil McDowell. He plays Jay Hamilton, and he is the bad dude in the movie. He owns a casino in this small town that The Rock's character Chris grew up in, and they're dirty. They're selling drugs, they got hookers, and all this stuff out of this casino, and he basically runs the town. Like, he's got the sheriff department in his pocket and everything. So this guy Jay runs this small town. The mill got shut down and everything, and he literally pretty much is the boss of the town. So the gist of the story is The Rock's character Chris is off, serving his country in the military. He ends up coming back to his hometown where he grew up, and he kind of starts to hang out with his friends, his buddies, and he goes to this casino, and he's having a good time. Welcome home party thing. He runs into an ex-girlfriend or something of his, and she's doing a dance for him, and they meet and realize he's back in town, and he starts noticing things. He sees that the people in this casino are trading drugs with people and all this stuff, so he starts to notice that this casino's kind of dirty, like something's off here. And then his nephew gets involved with meth, has a little overdose on meth, and he gets pissed. So he takes his freaking piece of freaking plywood, or 2x4, whatever. I think it's a 2x2 actually. Goes to this casino, F shit up, beats the shit out of people, but then in the process, he gets effed up because they beat him down. They cut him like deep on his chest and everything, and he's in the hospital for a while. And when Chris Vaughn gets out of the hospital, he decides, you know what? The sheriff department, because he goes to the sheriff and realizes that they're basically under his finger. They're under Jay's finger. He realizes that he's going to have to do this himself. He's going to have to take action. And he says after his trial, I'm going to run to be sheriff, which he does become sheriff. And I'm going to freaking take care of this problem. So he does. He becomes sheriff. Him and Johnny Knoxville are the only two people at the sheriff department. And there's some really funny scenes with him and Johnny Knoxville's character, Ray, interrogating these freaking hooligans that work for Jay at the casino. Oh my God, especially the truck scene where they tear that guy's truck apart piece by piece with a saw and everything, looking for drugs while he's tied up in a chair. Funny shit, people. In the movie, I enjoy this movie for what it is. It's an early mid-2000s action movie with The Rock. The plot is, there's holes in the plot. Like when he goes from that court hearing about him going into that casino and destroying it, and he wins the court battle, we literally go from that to him saying he's going to run for the sheriff to, bam, our next scene, he's the sheriff. He's putting a sticker on his truck saying that he's the sheriff. So it skips over the whole election, all that stuff. So there's plot holes. There's plot holes in the movie. It's not a perfect movie. And The Rock, as far as being an action star, this was early in his acting career, so his fighting style is very oriented towards what he did in the wrestling ring as a wrestler. Because if you watch him fight, he does a lot of his wrestling moves. In a lot of The Rock's early action movies that he was in, they did that a lot. They had him mimic his fighting style and the way he fought in the wrestling ring in the WWF or WWE now. It used to be the WWF. But yeah, that in The Rock's early movies, that happened a lot. He doesn't really do that anymore. Every once in a while, we get one of those signature Rock moves, but But yeah, and we always had the people's eyebrow get raised, everybody. Woo! The Rock. So yeah, I mean, it's a good movie. It's not a perfect movie. I enjoy it. I actually haven't seen the old one. I probably should watch the old one of these days just to compare it how this one was. But yeah, it's got good action. It's got good stuff with the family, the Rock's character's family and all that stuff. And yeah, it's not a bad movie. It was on TV the other night, and me and my wife were watching it, so I decided to do a review for it. So yeah, if you haven't seen this remake of the Walking Tall, I recommend checking it out. It's if you like these cheesy-ish, not the best made action movies that were coming out in the mid 2000s. It's a decent watch. Johnny Knoxville and The Rock were great on screen together. Like, I think Johnny Knoxville can be in a movie with anybody and make it work out and turn out good, to tell you the truth. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to give Walking Tall, I'm going to give it 4 lightsabers out of 5 lightsabers. Like I said, it is most definitely not a perfect movie, but for me, I get a lot of enjoyment out of watching it. So 4 lightsabers out of 5 lightsabers for Walking Tall, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that review. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you on the tube later because I have spoken.